Evapo-Rust. This is $8 and some change. I believe this is a pour, soak, rinse, and reuse. No scrubbing, reusable, easy soak. Removes rust to bare metal. Heavy duty rust remover. CRC. A little bit of $8 and some change. So what we're going to do today, kids, we're going to put this to the test. Harbor Freight CRC Evapo-Rust, heavy duty rust remover. So I thought it'd be interesting. It's like, hey, I'll share this information with all my wonderful relatives out there. I know you have the same problem. I know you do. You got bits, you got sockets, you got one of these annoying Milwaukee problems. See that Milwaukee? This is like one of my favorite bit holders. Guess what? I can't get the bit out of the insert. Why? Because it's rusted. All of them. And then you got a drill bit occasionally. It's like, hey, I just bought that. And you're looking at it going, what the? Snap-on? Hey, who has Snap-on money to let your Snap-on? This used to be a shiny color. Can't tell it's Snap-on, could you? Then you got a couple of these. Everybody's got these little goofy ones. And then you got some DeWalt stuff and then Snap-on, right? Another Milwaukee bit. And I was like, hey, you know what? Let's put it in this container here. But the problem is I have bits. Like, well, how am I going to do this? Just throw it all in there? It says it's reusable, right? Let's read it together. Directions. Prep item. Remove dirt and brush off loose rust. Clean oily or greasy surfaces with your favorite CRC detergent or degreaser. Pour Evapo-Rust into a container large enough that your item can be completely submerged. Depending on the depth of age of rust, soak your item for at least 30 minutes for light rust and 12 to 24 hours for stubborn rust. So if I put this in here about an hour from now, we should be able to look at it. Once the item is rust-free, rinse with water and dry immediately. Your item can be painted or stored. To prevent flash rusting, spray with CRC Rust Block Rust Inhibitor. Pour used Evapo-Rust back into original container for next use. It's from Pennsylvania. CRC Industries, Warminster, Pennsylvania. They got technical info and customer care at 1-800. This contains proprietary ingredients, of course. So disposal. First aid, just rinse your eyes out. If swallowed, hey, call poison control. I won't be able to. I'll be poisoned. All right, I'll be dead. Wear gloves and eye protection while using. Wash hands after handling. Do not store container below freezing. Okay, so it's not antifreeze. We can assume it's not antifreeze. See, myth busted. All right. Well, it says a container large enough to submerge all your stuff. I'm like, okay, this ought to be interesting. Let's go find a container. Because I don't know if I have enough fluid in here to do this. Here's the container I want to use. Let's see how many ounces this is. It's a 24-ounce glass. 18 by 18, 20 ounce. Looks like an 18, 20 ounce glass. Okay, so we take our bits out. I've kind of went over it. I shouldn't have to. I was like, hey, man, I'll just dump this all in there. And then once I clean it up, I'll just oil it. All right. Get in there, kids. You know, your favorite sockets, bits. I got these the other day. They're already rusted. This one. These are brand new. These are brand new. I've never used them. See? Never even used these. Brand new. I got these. These are $20 bits. I got these as a gift. And they sat in my pack for about a year. I've never used these in a year, and I go to use them, and they're rusted. So, I won't bore you with all the monotonous details, but as you can see, I have a whole bunch of different sockets, and I put them in this bag right here, and I go to use them, and they're always got flash rusting or something on it. I try to oil everything, but it doesn't work. You know, and this is annoying. Most guys I know, they just throw the bits away and go buy new ones. But I mean, I'm just like, hey man, let's try this. Oh, and by the way, this is good for tools, hardware, equipment, auto parts, and household items. So you can use this on a bunch of other stuff too. So, come on, get it. And if the bits don't come out, you know, hey, at least we got bit storage. All right. But these are brand new bits, and I never got to use them. I'm like, I wonder how many people have a problem with this. You get bits, you can't use them, or by the time you get to use them, dang boy, can't get these out of here. You know, some of these tools, and this is expensive, man. You buy a few good boxes of bits, that's $150, $200. If you're like me, you try not to spend that much on it, but all right. So we just throw all these bits and bobs, all our little pieces. We're going to try all these different pieces. That should give us a wide variety of, hey, what's going on? All right, here we go. Do I need to shake this up or anything? Pour, soak, rinse, reuse. I don't know about the rinsing part, but all right. Because where I live, we don't have access to water. Ooh. It doesn't have an odor. It's odorless. Okay, 20 ounces. Remember, this is a 20-ounce glass. Yes, look at that. So $8. That's half. So $4 worth. $4 worth will get you a long way. And my cousin said he's reused this stuff about 50, 60 times. And I'm sitting there going, really? Because I never wanted to buy it because I didn't think this stuff worked. So we're going to try it. All right, let's secure our container here. Close it real good. There we go. Yeah. There we go, kids. We'll have that Milwaukee bit back to normal in about 30 minutes. All right, so I'm going to leave this here, and we'll let time lapse and come back and check on it, see what's going on. But we have a before and after shot, right? And you're going to sit here with me, and we're going to watch it. But yeah, this was $8 and some change. Tools, hardware, equipment, auto parts, household. I mean, I live in Missouri in the Ozarks region. Flood, wintertime, rain, tornadoes. The humidity here is like 70% all the time. You leave something out and 12 hours later, it's rusted. I left tools out. I bought tools the other day and I left them out for like 2 hours outside. I come back, it's already got flash rusting. I'm like, and this is the Nipex. The Nipex stuff rust that easy. I'm like, damn, man, that stuff's not supposed to rust very easy. You know, you buy those higher end dollar, those high dollar tools, you're like, aye. Right? Anyhow, shaken, not stirred, Monty Penny. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. The Spy. Was it the Spy Who Shagged Me? Oh wait, that's the wrong movie. I'm not very good at movies. Look at that. We're about 30 minutes into this, 35 minutes into this. Of course, I've shook it up a few times, but there we go. All right. I think it's going to work, really. But, I mean, we'll have to probably wait at least an hour and a half, 2 hours. I put it in there at 11 o'clock. 11:14. Notice the color of the water. It's been in there for 15 minutes. I shook it up once. So we'll come back at noon. We'll come back at noon. Let's see how it's doing. But notice the color of the water. That's been in there for 15 minutes. 12:15. So it's been in there for about an hour and 15 minutes. So let's check it out. Let's take it out. Let's see what we got. 1 hour. I'm thinking it's going to probably take about 3. But so we're going to says dump this out. So we got to get these parts out of here. We got to get these parts out of here, but we got to do this non-destructively. So they said you can pour it back in here. I was like, okay. You see how I got this all managed and under control? I was like, okay. We'll just dump this shit back in here. They said I can reuse it a whole bunch of times. I'm like, all right. But see, the method to my madness, while I have this container, so not only can I store my bits and blades and extensions and things like that, was it blades, bits, screwdriver handles, we can store it in here and put the other bits and stuff in here in the bottom. You can also use this as a container to clean your tools. And then we're going to dump some oil in here. All right, now let's look. You seen that one? Look at that, brand new. Yes, remember this, the drill bit? Let's see. Remember the drill bit was dirty. It was rusty. It was really rusty. It had flash rusting all over it. Look at that. Guess what, kids? It works. Yeah. That looks brand new. Okay. 1 hour. But if it's really, really, really bad, it might take you about 3. But yeah, look. It got all the flash rusting off there in an hour. So basically give yourself about 1.5 hours for best results. But look at that, yeah. There's one. Okay, let me see some of these other ones. This wasn't too bad. I find these on my way back and forth to the coffee shop. And you hear all that traffic behind me. We've got 17,000 people a day coming through here from all over the world. And I do have tools and stuff. And like I said, the humidity's bad here. And if I find your stuff, I will try to return it. But I find stuff like this every day on my way back and forth. On the side of the road, we do road cleanup, salvage and rescue. And I'll be walking back from the coffee shop. I go to the coffee shop for AM briefing, sometimes twice a day, depending on the weather. On my way back, it's daytime, as you can hear, and that's when I go to work. So I have an AM briefing about 6 a.m. I'm up about 4:30, 4:45. I go down to the West End, over there on Stadium, to meet up with some of the guys from the Army and the Marines, and some of the Weather Service. I'm happy with that. That's just 1 hour? Okay. Here's a couple more. Let's see. Here's some of the ones that were really bad. You got to scrub on it a little bit, but you just wipe it off. There we go. Yeah, this one was pretty bad. Hey, but at least, look at this. At least you can, let's see. Well, at least I can read it now, what it is. It's like, oh, it's a number 2. Okay. You probably, like I said, some of these are really bad. You'll probably have to soak them for about 3 hours. This might take a couple times. You know what I'm saying? But depending on how bad these are. But yeah, the drill bit. So if you got bits and Sawzall blades that get rusty, and most of you guys are using blades, what, about this long? That's, like I said, that's what, a 4-inch? That's a 4-inch. That's all I use. The power shanks or whatever they call those. Yeah, that looks brand new. What else we got here? Let's check out this Malco. See, I have a Malco. See it? This Malco was pretty bad. Oh my gosh, this thing almost looks brand new. Almost. Except for the paint job didn't come back. Yeah, the magnet even looks good. Look at that. The magnet even fit. He cleaned the magnet. All right. That's the most difficult thing I have a problem with, is keeping these magnets from rusting. And I don't really feel like nitpicking and cleaning all this crap all the time. I'm like, well, what's an easy way to just do this in bulk? Okay. Look at that. It looks brand new. Almost. Here's the outer piece. All right. That looks a lot better. I mean, it's a whole lot better than what I had on there. Let's try this one. This one was pretty bad. This one was really crappy. I mean, it gets all the trash off of there. I mean, if you got a lot of rust and you just don't really feel like screwing with it, we can definitely say yes, it works. So I'm going to have to say, for best results, leave it in there for a couple hours. But 1 hour actually gets all the flashing off. But I would suggest if you have something bad like this, probably in a couple hours. Snap-on, it's expensive. All right, and I expect my shit to work when I need it to work. I want it to work. All right, man. If you look in here, all my bits that were rusted really bad, it does work. Okay, so all these bits that are extremely rusty, they're clean. They got it right off of there. No problem. So, what you do, you take this stuff out, and they said wash this off, clean it up, right? Here's my snap-on. Look at that. Yeah, it works. Like I said, you might have to leave it in there for a couple hours. See? You got all the rust off of there. That's my favorite snap-on impact. Number 10, of course, right? Lucky number 10. Everybody loves number 10. Except for the people who don't have one, right? Look at that. It brought it back to life. Yeah, that's at least I can read it. It's clean enough for me to polish it up a few times. Yeah, that's starting to look about normal. Yeah, you'd probably have to leave this stuff in here for about 2 or 3 hours. Here's the old Milwaukee one. Let's see. Yeah. We can honestly say, yeah, if you just got a bunch of rust on your crap and you want to get rid of it real fast, yeah, just put it in there for an hour or 2 hours and just shake it up a few times and you're good to go. Take it out, like, there it is, all gone. Some of this stuff, yeah, that looks brand new. Look at that. Pretty close. Good enough for government work. It cleaned all my bits. Let's see what it did to this one. Remember these nasty looking ones? Yeah, you're going to have to leave. Yeah. There you go. See, you got all the rust off of there. I mean, like I said, you probably need to let it soak in there for a couple hours. But it got most of the surface rust off. If you can see, I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm trying to get the light here. This was really bad. This was like really bad. Yeah, it works. We can honestly say it works. Just for getting most of your general surface rust off of there. If you want really good results, leave it in there for a couple hours. I'm going to say 3. For best results, leave it in there for about 3 hours. Yeah. Hey, that worked. It works. We can honestly say it works. Yeah. I'm happy with that. I put those in there. I don't really use these all the time, but I put them in there just because they were crappy looking. I was like, well, let's see what they do to these. Because these were pretty bad. Look at that. I can read it. The rust is gone. It looks brand new again. Yeah. Ta-da. This is one of the worst ones. Look at that. It looks almost brand new. Let me get some of this crap off here. Yeah, look. Okay. Yeah. It sure did. Now, you might have to polish these up a little bit. You know, if you use them, oil them, and you might have to do this a couple times. I'm sure you do this a couple times. Get them back out of there. Yeah, there you go. Was it worth the money? Yep. Because I have to put my Sawzall blades in here. You see, Sawzall blades and a couple other tools. And if it does that, I'm happy. Yeah, that's damn good. I'm happy with that. Let's see what this other one is. I got a couple more in here, and we'll call it a yes. Like I said, if you got it really bad on there, leave it in there for a couple hours. But look, all this stuff yeah, it looks brand new. So if you got moderately used bits that are rusty and stuff, and you just don't feel like jacking with it, yeah, do that. There we go. I didn't even get to use these, and they were completely rusted. Now they look brand new. Okay. Now, did it fix my Milwaukee? No. That's the one I use the most. I'm like, oh, man. Okay. But, all right, let's see if I can find my Snap-on here. What did it do to the Snap-on? Remember the little chrome Snap-on we had? Dang. Look at that. This thing was trashed. My little 8mm Snap-on I found. I found this on the sidewalk. Like I said, every at least once or twice a week I find little sockets and stuff just laying on the side of the sidewalk. That's a Snap-on. Look, it cleaned that thing up brand new. That looks brand new. Okay, so we can honestly say, oh, yuck. Tastes like shit. Yeah, don't put that in your mouth, kids. Call poison control. All right. We can honestly say, yes, that was a good investment because it got all that surface rust off there. I'm happy with that. All right. It fixed that Snap-on. I mean, it's not perfect. But damn, man, look, all that rust is gone. See it? See how good that looks now? This was looking pretty bad. You could probably, like I said, put this on here, polish it really good, oil it, polish it. Because these Snap-on sockets aren't, they're not cheap. All right, now the proof is in the pudding. This is where the rubber meets the road, right here. The rubber meets the road. Let's put it out there. Remember, this is the whole reason why I needed the crap in the first place. There you go. All that surface rust is gone. There you go. So is it worth it? If you got a whole bunch of bits and they keep coming up rusty, is it worth it? Yep. To me it is, because look at all that shit. Look, looks brand new. There you go. All that surface rust is gone. Now, so we can definitely say that Evapo-Rust does work. Heavy-duty rust remover. All right. Well, kids, I'm Dr. Glenn Monroe, Roman Gnome, VRSIM Skywarn, Exmo, United States of America. And this is Evapo-Rust, heavy-duty rust remover. Now, scrubbing, reusable, easy soak. Removes rust to bare metal. Tools, hardware, equipment, auto parts, and household items. Ready to use formula. Just dump it back in there like I did. Pour, soak, rinse, and reuse. There you go. Like I said, $8 and some change at Harbor Freight. You just need just enough to soak your part. And you can reuse this. My cousin said he reused this like 50 times. I was like, okay. And you see what I just did. I was like, all right, that's my method right there. So anyhow, y'all have a good day. Go out and get you some of this stuff at